Hey guys, and welcome back to the CTFC Perspective. Today's video is a match preview of Cheltenham Town's 3-2 victory over Port Vale. We left it late, we left it risky after taking a 3-0 lead, but that's right, we took home the 3 points. We are still top of the league, and I believe that is 4 victories on the bounce. First things first, as always, we have to go into the lineup. So, Cheltenham Town had a unchanged lineup, as you can see on screen right now, with the front two of May and Smith, the midfield 5 of Hussey, Azaz, Thomas, Wright and Blair, the back 3 of Long, Ben Tozer, Charlie Raglan, and in goal, number 20, Josh Griffiths. On the substitutes bench, however, the ones that made it onto the pitch were Liam Sercombe, Andy Williams and Indiana Vassile. Moving on to the Port Vale side now, they made 4 changes with a 4-3-3 system with Hurst on the left, Guthrie up top and Rodney on the right, a midfield 3 of Conlon, Joyce and Taylor, the back 4 of Crooks, Smith, Legg and Mills, with the goalkeeper of Brown, formerly of Cheltenham Town, getting himself a goal and assist today. On the substitutes bench, however, the ones that made it onto the pitch were both in the 68th minute, Will Swan and Theo Robinson. Next up on the list, as always, we have the live reaction. So let's see all of my live reactions of the goals, drama and so much more. Slightly different surroundings today, but what a way to take the lead. After a few chances which we arguably should have scored a few minutes prior to this goal, obviously we missed those gilt-edged chances. Was keeper saved one and the second was blocked, but after a goalkeeping mistake, the keeper dropped it, Alfie May capitalised, took it out around him, and 1-0 Cheltenham. Come on the boys. 2-0 Cheltenham. Come on, 17.5 minutes in, we've been dominated. It's just been pressure after pressure. Hussey whips the beautiful ball in. I'm just watching the replay now. Gets past his man with ease. Beautiful ball in. I'm unsure who heads it down. Alfie May smashes it off the crossbar and down in. Keeper almost gets his hand to it, but at that range, when you're hitting it at that power, come on. Oh, I think it's gone down as an own goal. There must have been some sort of deflection, but it doesn't matter. Goal to goal. Let's go, boys. Port Vale just had an amazing chance to make it more of a decent scoreline for them, try and put them back into the game, but sadly after a beautiful cross into the box once Alfie May has been dispossessed, they had the ball in the 6-yard box. All you have to do is get your head on it, son, keep it down. It's arguably going to go into the back of the net, because obviously from that range the keeper cannot react, but he couldn't keep it down. It went over the bar, and lucky for Cheltenham, it's a Cheltenham goal kick, 22 minutes played. Another little update now, not actually in this particular game, but sadly for Cheltenham, Forest Green just took the 1-0 lead in their game, which means that they're still in contention for the top of the league like us, but not quite. Obviously, 27 minutes played, Port Vale arguably just had their biggest chance of the game. Another header, they got a very tall and robust side. But yeah, like I said, once again, headed over the bar, and we keep getting goal kicks, and if it keeps going like this, it's going to be a pretty cushy performance, because obviously they need 2 goals to get back into this game. 43 minutes to the game played. Chris Hussey just had an absolute wonder strike, and the keeper managed to save it though. What a save from the goalkeeper after a terrible bit of defending. All Cheltenham had to do was loop a ball into the box, and the defenders were clueless. Like I said, Hussey got his left foot on it, was going banging into the top corner. The keeper managed to get his glove to it and somehow scrambled it away. So even though he's got a goal and an assist for Cheltenham today, he's still somewhat having a good game, considering he could have conceded 4 or 5. Back to normality now for the second half. No big chances as of yet in this half at 51 minutes played. But the only real highlight, well, not a highlight, because obviously it's really bad to see, you don't want to see it, is Matty Blair is down with what seems to be a head injury. But yeah, but like I said, no real big shooting chances for either team yet at 52 minutes played. Ever since Matty Blair got bandages up, the only real highlights from this game is Charlie Raglan got more bandages on his head. Might as well give him the Pear-Tech helmet, as the commentator said. As well as that, Alfie May had a little bit of miscommunication with his strike partner, and also Liam Sercombe has been stringing some beautiful balls and really shifting Port Vale from side to side on the pitch. That's got to be it now, boys. Come on, great play. 3-0 Cheltenham. Liam Sercombe with the goal. The whole team has gone over to celebrate. 3 or 4 players look like they've been in the water today with the bandages here, there and everywhere. 23 whips it in. Beautiful ball. Just dangling in there, terrible defending once again, flicks on, smashes it home, hits it against the floor, bounces over the keeper, and looks like goes top corner, crossbar and in. It's a beautiful finish, I don't know if he meant it or not, but yeah, keeper has no chance of them. 3-0 Cheltenham, that's got to be the game. Sadly, even though we had gone such a long time without conceding a goal, There was a block in there, there was a save, and it took a rebound for the third time from the slot at home. But Swan scores in the 83rd minute to make it 3-1. Cheltenham obviously still have the lead. Let's hope we can keep this going for the last 10 or so minutes, including added time. Oh, don't, please, boys, don't ball it now. It's literally the exact same move. It was probably offside. They passed it across the box straight away. Keeper saves it, rebound, open net. 3-2. 2 goals in 2 minutes, or what it seems like. Oh, boys, we got 5 minutes left. Don't ball it now, please. I think every other Cheltenham fan is watching from behind the sofa at this point. 7 minutes added. Oh, no, this is very, very worrying times for Cheltenham. Oh, no, they've got the break. All right, good challenge. Good challenge by Bentos. We punted out. We've had about 29 long throws in the past minute. 4 minutes played of the 7. Please, boys, stop not now. After a very stressful ending, almost 98 minutes played, we were cruising at 3-0. We let it slip. Lack of concentration. We didn't dig in. But we still got the 3 points. So still top of the league. And apart from that, we can't really say much. So let's go in for the post-match reaction. So yes, we're looking very comfortable with a 3-0 lead, help with the goal difference, help with the 3 points. And then after a few blips, few moments of madness, we really let it slip and put the pressure on. I seriously don't understand how they got 7 minutes from, but hey, that's besides the point. Few big moments for both goalkeepers, but obviously a 5-goal thriller is never really their best day, or the defence for that matter. But yeah, now let's get into the nitty-gritties, the match facts. So, Cheltenham Town edged possession with 54% compared to Port Vale's 46%. There were 23 shots in the game, 12 in Port Vale's favour, the other 11 falling to Cheltenham Town. 11 of those 23 shots on target, very even once again. 6 shots on target, so 50% shot accuracy for Port Vale with our 5. So, yeah, once again, very close. It's a very even game all around, to be honest. As you can see with the corners, there being 7 corners in Cheltenham's favour, with 6 being in Port Vale's. And the only thing they, majority edged us on was fouls. Obviously, you don't really want too many of them. Many of them tactical, though, however. 12 fouls in Port Vale's favour, with 7 falling to Cheltenham Town. Now moving on to the controversial segment of the video, we have the best and worst player for each team. Now obviously, as we are the home side, I'm going to start off with Cheltenham Town. Now you might think that the best player for Cheltenham Town on the pitch today was quite an obvious one. Many people would say Alfie May, as he technically got 2 goals, even though one of them went down as an own goal, and the first goal he practically got given it from the goalkeeper. But I'm going to go with a controversial one, and even though he didn't play the full 90, he only played under 30 minutes, I believe, I'm going to give it to Liam Sercombe. This is because everything he touched today was quite glorious. He was switching the plays, he was sending the Port Vale midfielders left, right and centre, a few beautiful through balls, and obviously to put the icing on the cake, the cherry on the top, what a finish. It might not have meant to do that, but he struck it into the ground, dinked over the keeper into the top corner, no stopping them. And he scored the goal, which should have put us in a very comfortable position. But as we already know, we let that slip, didn't we? But it wasn't Liam Sercombe's fault. It was the defence's fault that we collapsed. So I'm still going to give the best player on the pitch today for Cheltenham Town to Liam Sercombe. The other side of it, however, you could say it was a defensive mistake. And even though the keeper did get his hand to the things that was put in front of him, I'm going to have to say the worst performance was Griffiths, just because he wasn't tested too much. Like I said, I think it was 5 shots on target for Port Vale, and he didn't really do the best with them. He made 3 or 4 saves, but the problem was, he'd get a hand to it, but he'd just push it back into the danger area. You've either got to get a firm hand to it and push it wide, or you've got to grab it. I know obviously it's a very tense, hard situation for the young goalkeeper, but if you want to learn on the job, you've got to make those things right, because one more mistake or one more parry out, and that could have been 2 points dropped today, and Cheltenham could have only just be top of the league. So it's quite harsh to give it to him, but I'm going to have to say the worst player for Cheltenham Town was the goalkeeper, Griffiths. For Port Vale, as they conceded 3 goals, I can't really give the best player to a defender or a goalkeeper for that matter, so I'm going to have to go with their left winger, Hurst. I believe it was his first goal of the season. He performed reasonably well, got on the end of the few chances he had, and when they needed him most, he tapped it home for one of Port Vale's consolation goals. So yeah, like I said, it wasn't really the best team performance, but when the team needed it most and they just need that one little bit of energy, even though he'd been on the pitch the entire 90, he was there for it and he supplied it. So therefore, he gets my best player on the pitch for Port Vale. For worse, there is a few names I could put in this section, but I'm going to have to give it to Adam Crooks. He picked himself up a yellow card. He was obviously part of the defence, which conceded 3 goals, and it just wasn't the best all-round performance from him. You can see why he has only played a third of the possible minutes this season. He just really wasn't looking up to it, and I think it's going to be a performance which he looks back on and thinks, I could be doing better there. And the final segment of the video, as always, come on, throw it on the screen. We see it one more time. The mighty Cheltenham Town are top of the league. Forest Green still picking up ground. That's only 2 points behind, with Cambridge still not dropping either, only 1 point behind, but we're sat on 59 points after 32 games played. That puts us up to 17 wins with 44 goals scored and a positive 16 goal difference. Obviously, the race is still in there. We're not running away with it in any way, shape or form. Obviously, with 5th place Tranmere on 54 points. So after a few bad game weeks, anything could happen. We could go from 1st to 5th. And yeah, we just need to stay on the ball, keep putting in performances like this, grinding out results, even though obviously, like I said, we had that moment of madness. But yeah, as it seems, we're looking in a good position. Let's hope it carries on. Now transitioning from a good position to a bad position, we have Port Vale's scenario in the league. In 21st position after 33 games played. Sadly, this puts us up to 17 losses with a negative 6 goal difference. I guess the only positive is, from the relegation zone, they do have a 5-point lead. But obviously they didn't gain any ground and they kind of want to hope for somewhere near mid-table if they possibly can. They can still do it, but you just need to keep your heads high. Don't take the result too personally. And if they just do not let it get to their team morale, then they should be okay and not get relegated this season. And that is about it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you guys did enjoy. If you did enjoy it, if you wouldn't mind smashing that like button, subscribing to the channel, and hitting that notification bell so you know when a video goes live. If you have any questions or queries, just drop it in the comment section. We'd love to answer. Obviously, any community feedback, we'd love to respond to you guys. There will be 2 videos like this on screen very shortly, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.